In this video, we're going to go over setting up the cosmetics of our site so that it looks nice, and we'll also go over the plugins that we need to put in here. And in the video following, we'll start with doing the content part where we really get into how we're going to get our AdSense earnings up where we want them, get the most cost per click and so on. But the first thing you're going to need to do is have a nice looking site. Now, if we were to look at this right now, okay, this is what we see. That's no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and make it look nice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Appearance and Themes. And you want to find a theme that's appropriate for what you're doing. You can also use one of the default themes if you want, and you could change the headers and so on to make it look like a gardening site. But I always like to see if I can find one that will suit our needs. Okay, so what we can do is add new. Okay, and then from in here, we can do a search. So let's say gardening. And we'll see what it comes up with. So nothing there. So let's just change it to garden. Okay, now there's nothing right within the WordPress codex specifically for gardening, but that's okay. What we can do is go to Google and look for a free template, or if you want to pay for one, you can look for a template, a premium template. Okay, so let's go over to Google, and then we're going to put in here gardening WordPress theme. Okay, and if you decided that you were going to use Drupal or Joomla, then you would do the same thing. You'd be looking for a theme that matches your site. Okay, so gardening WordPress theme. Now you can also put the word free in front here if you want to narrow it down and not get any paid ones. So let's say free. And let's see what we come up with here. Okay, so let's go in. What you're going to do is look around and find one that you like, and then you'll download it. So let's see here. Okay, so this is a premium theme. So I don't particularly want that, but if you want to buy a premium theme, then go ahead. So let's go look at the next one. Okay, so I went looking around a little bit. Now, here's one I like here. Let's say view theme. Okay, so that looks nice. So close this here. Okay, and then we can download it. So just click this link to download it to your computer and put it in your working folder. Okay, so here it is here. Now all you have to do is upload it to our site. So we don't have to unzip it first. We just go right to our WordPress blog here. There we are, back to the add themes. We're going to do upload theme and then browse. Okay, so we want the gardening one here, so let's open and then install now. Okay, so this unzips it and installs it on the fly for us. There we go. Now we can have a look at it to see what it looks like before we actually install it, just to make sure it actually works. We'll load it up here. Okay, so here it is. Okay, and then we can save and activate right from there. Okay, so here's our logo image. This is the image that we saw up at the top left there, and you see that we can change that if we want. We can create our own image and then change it right here. So this theme's a little different in that it has some additional theme settings. See over here it says gardening options. Okay, now down here further we have the featured post, and if you have this checked you can select a category, and we don't have our category set up yet, and it will take the first 5 posts from there and put them into this area. Okay, now again this is only for this theme here. I'm going to turn this off for now. Down here we have the sidebar 125 by 125 ad. I'll take that out of there for now. Here you have the featured video. So you can enter a YouTube video in here. If you want, all you got to do is put the last part of the URL in there, which is the video URL. You always see watch equals and then those numbers there. I'm going to leave that there for now, but we can put a different video in later. Social network icons. So this helps people share our site. So we're going to want those. And down here you can put your Facebook, Twitter, and Twitter text in here. I'm going to take that out for now. Now most themes don't have all this stuff, but this is quite a good one for free. Has all these nice little extras here. Okay, sidebar bottom banner. I'm going to take that out. Okay, we can have scripts on here, so we can put a header and footer script. For instance, if you want to put on something to count your traffic, like Stats Counter or Google Analytics. So let's just save those changes. Okay. So there we go. Now this is going to still be showing up there because I'm not going to change the logo, but you could change the logo if you wanted to. Okay, we're going to come back to the theme in a little while. So let's go over now to plugins. And we're going to go to Add New. And then what we're going to do is let's go over to Popular on the top bar here. Okay, and then we're going to go down to Google XML Sitemaps. We're going to install that. And we'll activate. Okay, and then we're going to go back to Add New again. And then we're going to go back to Popular. And then we're going to go and get the all-in-one SEO pack here. Now, there are other SEO packs that you may prefer. Some people like the one by Yoast, but I like to use the all-in-one SEO pack. It's just a little easier to deal with. There's not quite as much setup to do, and it does work quite well. Okay, let's put that on there. Okay, and then let's add new again. And then we're going back to popular. Okay, and then we want contact form 7. This is so people can contact us. We want a contact us form on your site. We're going to activate. Okay, now you see pre-installed there's one called Akismet. This is an anti-spam plugin, and if you're going to allow comments on your site, you should activate this. If you activate this, you have to go get a key, and it explains how to do that right in the post, or right in the plugin here when you activate it. So it's a good idea to let people comment on your site, and if you turn this on, it'll look after all the spam for you, so you don't have to worry about the spammers spamming your blog. Okay, so that's all we need in the way of plugins. Now, what we're going to do is go down to Settings and General. Okay, now here you see it says just another WordPress site. So we want to put a proper tagline in here. or you can just blank it out, but you don't want that. So daily gardening tips and newsletter. Okay, so down here you could put in your time zone. Okay, and let's save the changes there. And then let's go down to permalinks. And then we want to do post name here. So click on that and save. So what that does is change your URL to have the post name in it instead of the default, which is looks like this, is a P equals and the post number. We will have a search engine friendly URL. Okay, and then discussion, let's go into here. Now, we want to attempt to notify any blogs linked to this blog. You can turn that out. Allow link notifications from other blogs. You can turn that out. And then allow people to post comments. Now, here's where you need to make a decision. If you're going to allow people to post comments, of course, keep it checked. If you're not, uncheck it. Okay, and then you can determine whether you want the post to have to be moderated or not down here. Not a good idea to have moderation. You don't want to be spending time on these sites once they're set up, but you can be emailed when anybody posts a comment or a comment is held for moderation. You can also have some words that will automatically blacklist it down here. So swear words or words you know you don't want in there, Viagra and stuff like that. Or you can have them held in the queue with the set of words in here. Okay, so set that up the way you want it and then save the changes. Okay, so at this point we are pretty much set up. Now we still have to go into our categories, and we're going to be setting up our categories with our posts. So what we need to do is do some research and decide what kind of content we want to put in here, and then we will be able to set up our categories. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to start determining what kind of content to put in here and get the last bit of it set up.